some dogs get trained in their entire life in just 2 days. So why do you think some people find it so hard? Is it an educational gap? Is it just what they see from others? Why do you think people struggle?
Oh, it's definitely a transfer of information gap from my brain to their brain, or from any trainer's brain to their brain. So if the information is delivered by talking to people, well, they're only going to take in 7%. How much will they follow? Probably next to nothing, because they don't see the point. You see, they're looking at a puppy. They think, oh, he's friendly, he's confident, not realizing that you socialize him now because fearfulness won't start developing until 5, 6, 7, 8 months. So, and you prevent fear of the unfamiliar. That's a normal dog problem, a normal dog developmental occurrence, that starting about 5 months, they become wary of the unfamiliar places, unfamiliar situations, unfamiliar dogs, and unfamiliar people. So they look at their puppy living with them and their other dog, and they develop this false sense of security, so they don't see the point of training. But I've always, because the transfer of information I know is difficult, I've tried to make it as quick. I try to create dog training techniques, or design them, if you like, that are easy, quick, highly effective. And it goes without saying, and a lot of fun, downright enjoyable. It has to be easy, because the dog trainer is not me. I mean, this is I think the biggest mistake that trainers make. They don't realize that their client is not them, doesn't have their level of expertise or experience, doesn't have their interest in dogs. They want a dog they can turn on and turn off. I get that, so that's what I give them. And the dog gets very used to this. And now, because he's well behaved, they want him turned on most of the time, because he's not jumping up, running around, destroying stuff, or barking. So that dog is much more likely to be integrated within the household. Otherwise, they'll get frustrated at 5 to 6 months, and then off we go to the shelter. And then we're trying to rehome these dogs. I mean, it's ridiculous, because many shelters don't have in-house behavior programs. It's basically just a cage for a lot of shelters. A lot of shelters are brilliant. Dog comes in, they do a behavior problem makeover, about 3 days to a week. And they're adopting out a dog that is much, much more adoptable, hoping it won't come back again. So I think before we, get, like, I find so many trainers are too, like, on their high horse, sanctimonious, and they'll call an owner, you're irresponsible, or that's inhumane, you shouldn't have got a dog in the first place. I'm sorry, that's water under the bridge. They got the dog, and it's your client. What you going to do? Let's train it up as easily as possible, then as quickly as possible. Why? Because if it's not quick, they won't do it. So if it's not easy, they can't do it. If it's not quick, they won't do it. And then it's got to be effective. Now, I know that sounds dumb. Training has to be effective. But how many trainers do you know that test the effectiveness? They quantify the effectiveness of their training, and so can show owners proof of training, what change has happened in this one session, and proof of the speed of training. Because I get it that owners want it to be quick and easy. They don't want it to be a rigmarole where you have to earn a PhD in psychology to do it, or read all these textbooks and learn all this theory. They don't want to be bored to death. They just want to train their dog. And I think that is the dog trainer's job. To train it quickly, easily, and to test that training has worked.
The gut lining is a barrier, your pet's first line of defense, working to protect body from toxic substances such as glyphosate. Preserving the integrity of this barrier is key to their health. Adding a probiotic supplement will help. In this video, Dr. Zach Bush explains how their product, Ion Gut Support for Pets, protects pets from environmental toxins and how it diversifies their microbiome.